how, you felt like giving up, and now looking back at the challenge that you're facing right now, the future version of yourself, visualize yourself looking back and thinking, I can't believe I thought that was a challenge. All right, what is going on? Welcome to the Risen Fallen podcast. I am your host, Mark Henriksen. And if you are brand new to this show, if you're brand new to this content, then what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health and self-development and how to get your life moving in the right direction. That's right. If you are not feeling good about where you are right now, the life that you lead, the person that you are, and you're feeling like the distance between where you want to be is so far away, at least having the confidence knowing that every single day you are getting at least one step closer to that life, to that person that you'd like to be. And if you're not new to this show, then I wanted to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for coming back, supporting the journey, supporting the show, supporting the movement, that you are not alone. Life can and will get better for you. And along the journey, lifting other people up as well. And so whether you're brand new to this podcast or not, I just wanted to say from the very bottom of my heart that you are the reason that I do what I do. And so now that we're in this, you guys ever look back at, some of the mistakes and the failures that you've made, some of the times where you know that you gave up a little bit too early, you felt like you had more gas in the tank than you gave yourself credit for, and you look back at some of the events in your life and thought, I could have done that better. I really wish I gave it my all. I really wish that I prepared a little bit more for that, and I really wish that when the going got tough, I just muscled through it and kept going. I reflect on the past a lot, and sometimes it can be a fun process, and other times it can be rather difficult. There's a lot of times where reflecting back on the past, it can bring up things like guilt and shame and disappointment and self-loathing, and it can really make you feel really rotten and bad about yourself sometimes. And so that's why I kind of made that episode last week about mindfulness that I thought you guys would enjoy. And today I wanted to talk about something that it's kind of similar. It's kind of the same topic, but I wanted to look at it from a different perspective today and see what you guys think about that, and see, if you guys can draw some useful lessons out of it, I guess. And so right now, I guess before we jump into it, happy Thursday. I hope that your week is going well. The week is coming to a close pretty soon here. We are now, officially a few weeks deep into 75 hard, and I'm doing pretty well. I'm feeling pretty good, waking up in the morning and doing my cardio then, either a run or a bike ride. Sometimes I do a little bit of a circuit with some pull-ups and push-ups and some, playground workouts in the local park here in the mornings. Go to work, do some jiu-jitsu at night, do some more training, and then, that's pretty much what my days look like. A lot of my chores are done on the weekend, and I'm just kind of grinding through this. And so if you don't know what the 75 Hard Challenge is, I've talked about it ad nauseum. You can look it up. I'm sure you can find a ton of good information on that. And if you have any questions, let me know. This episode is not about that, so I'm not going to jump into too much detail on that. But one of the lessons that I've been learning about 75 hard, through the multiple times that I've done it is, sometimes focusing on the present moment really just gets us locked into the emotions that we have attached to it. And it makes our current state a part of our identity. When we get too locked into the present moment, we think about the difficulties that we're going through, some of the issues that we're facing in life, some of the adversities that we have to overcome, and some of the lessons that life is trying to teach us. And it's really easy to get stuck in the present moment and think, I'm not strong enough, maybe I'm not good enough to do this, maybe I'm not the person that I need to be. I need to get more skills, I need more patience, I need more discipline, I need more kindness, I need more empathy, I need more fortitude, and I need more grit. And maybe I don't have the ability to push through this hard time right now. Maybe work is too busy. Maybe your relationship's on the rocks. Maybe you're going through a tough workout as you listen to this right now. Some of the times that I go through difficult things in my life, whether it be work, whether it be an exercise routine, whether it's a workout, maybe it's a tough conversation, maybe it's just a tough day or a bad week or a bad month. It's so easy to get when you're in the trenches and you're going through the thick of it. It's so easy to get so locked into that mindset of just trying to survive. And though being present in the moment and keeping your mental state locked into the present moment and being present and aware is very useful. It's a grounding tool that keeps us in the moment and keeps us focused on what we need to be doing. But sometimes it's beneficial not to be present. Sometimes it's beneficial to let your mind wander into the future. And, a lot of the times I speak about how, anxiety is when your mind gets stuck in the future and you're thinking about, oh, what happens if this goes wrong? What happens if this goes right? What happens if this doesn't work out and I have to take care of this, that, and the other thing? And it's really easy to start getting anxious and worry about all the things that could go wrong when you're stuck focusing on the future. But sometimes when you're going through tough times, it can be beneficial for you to transplant your brain into the future and think, do I want to be ashamed that I gave up too early right now while I'm facing this struggle, while I'm facing this challenge? Or do I want to feel proud of myself and start to visualize and put yourself into the future when you've finished whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's a hard workout, a long run, a couple extra hours at work, a tough conversation with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whatever it could possibly be. Visualize yourself after you've successfully achieved whatever it is that you're doing right now and thinking about how proud you're going to be, how happy you'll be, relieved that it's over maybe, how you felt like giving up, and now looking back at the challenge that you're facing right now, the future version of yourself, visualize yourself looking back and thinking, I can't believe I thought that was a challenge. You can practice this by looking back at things that you've overcome in the past, thinking how horrible and daunting they'd be. And then now when you look back at them, it's like, oh, I can't believe I was scared of that. I can't believe I was nervous of that. You can use that same technique to predict how you'll feel about the things you're currently going through right now. And so maybe you're in a tough time. If you are, it's fuck, you're human. It's fine. I think that to some degree in life, there's always an area that we're all struggling in. We might have our career on track. We might have our fitness on track, our nutrition, our sleep, and everything like that. But even though our businesses or our work or whatever is flourishing, maybe our relationship's struggling, or maybe it's, something else. Maybe, there's always an area in our lives that we have this daunting task that we're supposed to take care of, whether it's, in regards to our relationships, our careers, our fitness, anything like that. There's always some daunting task that we need to overcome. And, we think, oh, maybe I'm not good enough to do it. Or maybe the thing that you need to do is just scary. It maybe is just a little bit out of your reach, and you feel like, fuck, I don't know if this is going to crush me or help shape me into the person that I need to be. And I don't know whether it's time to throw in the towel or keep pushing, because fighting this fight is taking a lot out of me. And if you feel like that right now, I encourage you to reflect first on the past, at some of the things that you've overcome now, looking back at those things and thinking about, how weird it was, how funny it was that you stressed over something that, you obviously could overcome, and how much you forced yourself to procrastinate to overcome that thing when really that was more stress than overcoming that thing in the first place. And then think about the position that you're in right now, which probably mirrors that exact same feeling. And then visualize yourself in the future after you've overcome this thing, and thinking about the skills that you can gain, or just taking pride in yourself and your work, and thinking, I wanted to quit, but I didn't. And I finished this thing, and now I've gained this skill. And now I've, done something that warranted myself to feel more self-esteem. Just putting yourself into the future and transplanting your brain there and thinking about the ways that you'd overcome, or the ways that you'd advise yourself to overcome what you're going through right now. If you can visualize yourself in the future, giving yourself in the present advice for what you're going through right now, what would you say to yourself? Would you tell yourself to give up and throw in the towel? Or would you tell yourself, I think you could take one more punch. I think you could get back in this fucking fight and win it. I know that a lot of us, would give the advice to our loved ones, our friends, our family members, our girlfriend, our boyfriend, our brother, our sister, our parents. If they were going through something difficult, I know that you would look them in the eye and say, you fucking got this. I know that this is fucking hard. I got your back. You've got all these people behind you. You've got all these resources you can use. You fucking got this. Do not give up. Stay in the fight. But why don't we tell ourselves the exact same things? I know that even just little things like exercise and workouts, when I'm going through a tough workout or a run on a cold morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm thinking, this fucking sucks. I don't want to do this. No one's watching. I could just turn around right now and say that I did this run, or fuck, no one will even ask. So why does it even matter? But when I take those first few steps outside, I put my shoes on, I step outside, and when I take those first few steps, I tell myself, in an hour, you'll be laughing that you were even stressed over this. You'll be in a hot shower. You'll be feeling good. And just the idea of transplanting yourself in the future and thinking about how good it'll feel after you've done this thing that you're putting off doing is sometimes enough to just, let our minds go on autopilot and our bodies go on autopilot and just get to work and get shit done. And so I hope that this kind of gave you guys a new perspective on how you can think about things when you're going through a tough time. And if you feel like it helped, then please do share this with a friend. Share this with someone that needs to hear this message. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you leave it 5 stars. Write a little review if you can. It takes 30 seconds. Please do that right now. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this stuff with as many people as you possibly can, because that helps boost your boy in the algorithm. So on that note, I'm signing off here. Happy Thursday. I will check in with you guys on Monday. Much love and peace out, you beautiful human beings. Bye.